And right now we are 2 minutes away from the end of the trading day. Romaine Bostick alongside Katie Greifeld taking you through to that closing bell. It's a global simulcast. Tim Stenovec joins us from the radio booth. Alex Semenova in today for Carol Master. Welcome to our audiences across all of our Bloomberg platforms, television, radio, our partnership with YouTube here on a holiday shortened week, Tim Stenovec, but it's a holiday shortened week that starts off with a bang.
Yeah, well, first of all, welcome back, Katie. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Look at what's going on in the stocks today. It's up another 5.6%. It's up more than 80% this year. 29 components of the stocks are higher. The only one lower right now, Alex, NVIDIA, down by 0.4%.
And we were speaking about this before this, Tim. All the more impressive is that 62% of the entire year-to-date rally this year has come from semiconductors alone. Just astounding how much of the market that they now comprise.
Yeah, it is pretty amazing there. But I do want to point out, in addition to the chip makers that are just running away with it today, that the small caps also seeing a bit of a bid as well. When you take a look at the Russell 2000 on the day, higher by more than 1%, I believe 1.7% right now. So rallying into the close. So at least when it comes to, size here, it is a big, broad rally.
Absolutely. And don't forget the Dow Transports, Katie Greifeld here. All but one of the stocks in that average now higher, actually led by some of the airlines. American Airlines up 7% right now heading into the closing bell.
Yeah, that's amazing. I guess Starlink is why people are bullish on American Airlines.
Yeah, I mean, and this is going to be interesting too. I am very curious as to the absorption of SpaceX into this market. I know people look at it just specifically from the SpaceX side, but there is a flywheel there, similar to like NVIDIA, and a lot of money is going to start to move up and down that flywheel.
Does that go into the Dow Transports eventually?
I don't know, but based on our reporting, it'll certainly get into the S&P and a lot faster than any other company has probably gotten into that index. We did get the closing bells here in New York. The Dow Jones Industrial Average sitting this one out, down about 0.2%. The S&P 500, 75.19 and change, up 46.6%. That's a record high. The NASDAQ Composite up about 1.2%. The NASDAQ 100 up 1.8 at a record high. The Russell 2000 adding 51 points, or about 1.8%. And that is also going to be a record high.
A little bit of an even split in that record high S&P 500. 251 names advancing, 251 declining.
Well, let's take a look at the sector breakdown as well here, because like Tim said, a little bit of an even split, not necessarily what you see when you take a look at the colors here, because tech dominated today. That comprises a big slice of the pie before your eyes. Tech higher by about 1.7% as a sector. Industrials also having a big Tuesday, higher by about 1.5%. Materials, communication services, some of your big gainers. In terms of what didn't perform on the opening day of this holiday shortened week, energy as a sector down by about 2.8%. Consumer staples also off by about 1.7%.
I want to talk about a chip maker on our radar today. That's Micron Technology. This is the biggest gainer in the S&P 500, up 19.3% today. The market cap now over $1 trillion, $1.01 trillion. This as a result of what happened over at UBS. They boosted the price target for Micron to more than $1,600 a share. It's at about $900 a share right now. This implies a market cap of more than $1.8 trillion, larger than the current market cap of companies like Meta, Tesla, and Berkshire. Still a ways to go, but Romaine, you were going to say something. It's up close to 20% in a single day.
Yeah, and I'm just more fascinated by the $1 trillion mark. I mean, you go back a few years ago, we had $0 trillion companies, and by my count, we've now got 14 in there if you include Micron. And of course, you have the granddaddy NVIDIA, and then of course you have at least one IPO coming down the pike that we know is also going to be in the $1 trillion
That would
club.
be SpaceX.
SpaceX, and potentially a couple others with regards to the two big AI companies also potentially going to come to market.
Yeah, remember for so many years, Romaine, it was like, what's the biggest market cap company in the world? And it was always this question about like, okay, is it going to be a Ramco, ExxonMobil, or Apple? Yeah. Times have really changed, right?
They sure have, man.
Hey, speaking of SpaceX, there's a lot of excitement in the space industry right now. I want to draw everybody's attention over to the Procure Space ETF. Its ticker UFO. That's a pretty good one. It was up 5.7% today. We did see shares in rocket and satellite companies rally, set to extend those recent gains. It's really been advancing this whole sector since SpaceX filed for what stands to be the largest ever IPO. Among notable movers today, well, if you just go to the Procure Space IPO or Space ETF. 36 names were higher, 12 were lower. Momentous was up more than 109%. Redwire was up 26%. Citus Space up 21%. Firefly Aerospace also up 18.8%.
I'm sorry, Momentous was up 100%?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay.
That's correct. A single name, right?
Okay.
It's in the space industry.
I mean, I know it's like a micro cap, but did something happen?
This space.
Just space.
Space happened.
Vibes.
Okay.
Did you guys watch the game? The big game?
The big game?
The New York Knicks?
I checked the score.
The big game. I did hear my neighbors cheering a lot last night.
There was a lot of cursing.
No, they were happy.
Yeah.
Everyone was very happy. 3.5% up.
Well, I mean, have you met a New Yorker? They curse even when they're happy.
That's true. For Madison Square Garden. Shares off their best levels of the session, but still closed at a record. This after the New York Knicks completed a 4-0 series sweep over the Cavaliers to advance to the NBA Finals. First time, Alex, going back to 1999.
Big win for Dolan there.
What were you going to say?
A big win for Dolan there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Big win also for Timothy Chalamet.
For Timothy Chalamet.
What was he?
Always front row.
Always. With Kylie Jenner. They're doing well.
If the Knicks do win the finals, is this city just going to become completely insufferable?
I hope so.
Like, is it going to do what happens in like Philly and Boston when there is a
They're going
championship
to have to
win?
grease the street poles. It'll be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, sorry.
I don't know. Do we have that like?
I think the entire NYPD needs to be on patrol that night.
All right, we'll see what happens.
Overtime for everybody. Alex, what do you got?
I have to say, guys, it is not the easiest feat finding decliners in this market when most of the U.S. benchmarks are at record highs, but I managed to muster a few up for you. The first one that I'm looking at is AutoZone. It had its worst day since 2022, down 9%. The company actually beat on earnings, but its total revenue fell short of forecasts, and it reported sluggish growth in its international markets. It has stores in Mexico and Brazil, and also some margin pressures. In fact, D.A. Davidson analyst Michael Baker said that the company delivered its best quarter in some time, but the expectations were just too high.
All right, we are getting some earnings right now. This from cloud company Zscaler, just crossing the Bloomberg terminal. Revenue in the most recent quarter does appear to be a slight beat, $850 million. The street was looking for $8.35. Adjusted EPS at $1.08. That beats the street estimates, average of street estimates of $1.01, and recurring revenue basically in line with estimates. Here's your forecast. The company says that for the fiscal fourth quarter, the quarter that we're in right now, revenue will be in a range of $875 to $878. The high end of that range is below the average of street estimates of $879. The company also says that for the full year, which basically closes out, also guiding just slightly below what the street was looking for at about $3.74 billion. So that is probably why you're seeing the knee-jerk reaction to the downside in the shares.
Yeah, total wipeout underway in the after hours. Shares now down more than 10%. And this is a company where shares had already declined about 18% heading into today's close. So the bar had been reset a little bit lower here. But Alex, you can see that disappointment still coming through.
Yeah, and disappointment also in Ferrari. Now, I'm sticking here with car companies, which, by the way, is not my forte at all, but I'll try my best.
That's because you're a real New Yorker.
We'll have Hannah Elliott on the show later to break it down for us. But this was a fun story. Ferrari, whose ticker is RACE, which I love. It had a big down day, down, I believe it was 8%. This is after it debuted its electric vehicle, the Ferrari Luce. Investors didn't like it. Analysts didn't like it at all, and neither did social media influencers. In fact, one analyst said that the car looks like, quote, a mix between a Honda Accord EV and a Tesla 3. Apparently that was meant to be an insult.
Man,
I actually like this car.
Really?
You pre-ordered it?
Well, I live in Manhattan, so no, I'm not going to drive a Ferrari on Manhattan streets.
Well, there are plenty of places to buy Ferraris in Manhattan. I think on the west side there's a Ferrari dealer, not too far from you, just a little south, Romaine.
I will keep that in mind.
Keep it in mind.
Tim is trying to
I'll talk that over with my wife too.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't drive, you know that. But I mean, it's not that bad. I think everyone's just because, it doesn't look like a traditional Ferrari. And I know Matt Miller was apoplectic about this or something. But,
Does it have
times
the roar
change.
of the engine? I feel like
it's an EV.
I know, but with a lot of these luxury vehicles, you kind of want that audio experience as well.
Well, there's also the question about when cars are electrified and they're all fast, what differentiates this from just any other EV?
It's very expensive.
That's right, but I mean, internal combustion engines, like there's a big difference from engine to engine, but with these EVs, like a Model 3 is fast, very fast.
All right.
I don't know.
Well, you can buy a Ferrari now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sign me up. Sign me up.